Hi, everybody. Wrapping up what's been a wet weekend and still raining in parts of central and southern Oregon. You're looking at my live camera network. Again, you can find these cameras when they are all working. There are 19 of them, by the way. So kind of fun to look at them from the coast all the way over into central Oregon. These are on my weather site, portlandweather.com. Really foggy. This is up in elevation over the Dundee Hills, Domain Serene Winery, overcast over Willamette Valley, just south of Salem. There was some decent snow on the ground in Sun River, but the warm rains have melted most of that away. There you can see some raindrops getting up in the Cascades from the Mount Oregon Resort. Where else? Out in the Gorge, Indian Creek Golf Course. Uh, Rainy and foggy in Carson out in the Gorge, and low clouds at the inn at Ottercrest. Here's what the radar is showing right now. So, the weather modeling and especially the Futurecast model from KGW-TV that I showed you turned out to be really good on the frontal boundary, pushing the area of rain slowly down to the southeast of Portland this morning and then kind of stalling. So you can see it's been steady rain all day from Florence into Eugene, that steady rain area just now south of Salem. Portland, we've had some misty weather, but for the most part, we've been dry and we are out of this. So that's the radar. This area down around Eugene and over into the Central Oregon Cascades will be breaking up overnight tonight, but very slowly to do so. There will still be some drip down there in parts of that area. No doubt about that. Okay, I do want to show you the fact that it looks like we have escaped in terms of any additional flood issues. I will tell you, with the rain that kicked in yesterday morning and then was steady, at least from Portland to the northward into early this morning, rain amounts during that period topped out just around 3 inches up in Ocean Park. That's on the Long Beach Peninsula. You get inland in the northern Clark County and up into Cowlitz County. Rain amounts were over 2 inches. La Center and Clark County at 2.38. And then you got down into the Portland area, and it's coming up on 3 o'clock. So I haven't seen the final rain amounts yet, but it looks like through this morning, Portland had about 1.5 inches of rain. And then by the time you drop down in Salem, it was less. They only had around 3/4 of an inch with that rain that was falling into early this afternoon. Anyway, those amounts, while good soaks, are not as much as what the modeling was saying that we were going to get from this warm front that brought the hours of rain yesterday to the stalling cold front that produced the heavier rain rates this morning when the moisture was channeling along it. So what you're looking at is the river monitoring page from the National Weather Service. Everything green is good. Where you've got yellow, you've got the Nehalem River and Foss. This is within a few feet of flood stage, but going down now. The Wilson River in Tillamook. Let me move my face and you can see some of these pop up. The Wilson River in Tillamook made it up to 10.23 inches, 10.23 inches. So just shy of 10.5 feet. Flood stage is 12 feet, and that river is now going down. So that's good news there. You go into the Tualatin River near Dilley. The flood stage 17.5. It made it up to 17 feet. Will be going down this evening. You get down to the Siletz River in Lincoln County. Flood stage is 16. That river made it all the way up within inches of flood stage, but it's now coming down. So the tale here is nothing went above flood stage, and most rivers are actually receding at this hour. Others will start to recede this evening. So the National Weather Service at about 2:30 this afternoon canceled the flood watch, realizing that the rivers had stopped rising and nothing was getting above flood stage. So we dodged a bullet there. So that's good news for us. All right, here's a look at what's going on weather pattern wise. So this is an image that was earlier today, but what I do want to show you, so these clouds are now for the most part through our area in terms of the heavier clouds. This little trough is going to be working through tonight, and then you see these weather systems out to the west, but there's actually going to be ridging taking place, which will hold those systems off. So we still have dry weather on Monday, Tuesday, and then a good chance of dry weather much of Wednesday, that nice little dry spell. We get a little bit of rain Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, but not much, probably less than 1/10 of an inch. We have a lot of dry time coming up this week. One of the stories continues to be the mild, warm weather. So at coming up on 3 o'clock, 36 at Timberline. That's raindrops up at the lodge. Mount Hood Meadows 43. If that camera was playing, you would see raindrops. Ski-Bowl's 38. Now notice 26-inch base at Timberline. Meadows was over 20 inches. Now they're back down to 17. They closed today after being open yesterday. They closed today because of the rain, obviously. And then just 4 inches on the ground at Government Camp. There's a wet Highway 26. All the Cascade passes are just wet, as you would assume. It's 43 degrees at Government Camp. The forecast for the Cascades, the Mount Hood area in particular, this coming week. Tomorrow, all dry. Temperatures above freezing at pass level. Tuesday, all dry, 43 at Government Camp. Wednesday, all dry, 45 at Government Camp for melting snow, right? And then Thursday, a little system, snow level probably holds at 5,000 feet. So that would be some rain showers at Government Camp and just a dab of a few inches of snow, perhaps up at Mount Hood. So again, what an incredibly slow start to the snowpack. And if you're wondering, I looked at this morning. Let me just share this with you. So if you go through the 10th day of December, 1 year ago, if you measure every snowflake that had fallen going back to September, 1 year ago, Timberline had seen 127 inches of snowfall. Through the same time frame, December 10th this year, Timberline's had 85 inches fall, maybe more than you think. They've had a couple good bits of snow, but then it's always warmed up, and for the most part, it's melted. A year ago on today's date, Timberline had a base of right around 56 inches. The base, half of that, 26 inches today. Meadows a year ago, it had over 105 inches fall. This year, they've had 52 inches fall. So that's running at a 50% clip from 1 year ago, no matter how you slice it. No matter how you look at it, it is the slow start to the ski season and the snowpack season that I projected with my winter outlook back in October and the first part of November when we gave that. You can still find that on this YouTube channel, my winter outlook, if you're interested to learn more about what I said, because a lot of things that I laid out for you around that first day or two of November when I went public with my outlook are actually coming true. Here's something that's sticking with a warm pattern overall. So this is the American CFS forecast model. It's going to show you 7-day average increments, if that makes sense, starting with today. This is the air mass map that we look at, what the temperature batches of air are doing at 5,000 feet in the atmosphere. So everything that's kind of orange to deep red is an above normal airflow pattern in terms of air mass overall, with the red colors being the bullseye of really warm air. So the bullseye really warm air today, for example, are up in these central Canadian provinces, but we know we're plenty warm with temperatures in the 50s here in Oregon and Washington. I'm just going to play this into Christmas week, okay? So here is, this is Friday, December 22nd, going through December 30th. Still really warm air in the upper Midwest into the Great Lakes in terms of air mass. No cold air gathering up in Canada. Still an above normal temperature pattern for Oregon and Washington. Isn't that something? We can go ahead and play this a little bit farther. Let's go ahead and play it through. Now this goes through the New Year's holiday. A little cooler, but still above normal over to the Ohio Valley, and generally still above normal in Oregon and Washington. So remember, the highest confidence call with this El Nino winter that I gave you with my winter outlook was that we were going to be looking at above normal temperatures. In fact, there was a good chance that every single month, November, December, January, February, would average above normal. So far, the weather models are saying this pattern that is warm for us is going to be continuing. Now, I mentioned we do have a little bit of rain with a weakening front coming in Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Doesn't look like much rain. This is that batch of rain showing up. This is Wednesday early afternoon, showing it, the clouds thickening and starting to get into a chance of rain at the coast. I'm going to go ahead and play this into Thursday morning. This is into Thursday morning. This shows less than a quarter of an inch of rain inland in Astoria, 13/100ths in Tillamook. Less than a tenth of an inch of rain from Portland down into Salem. A little bit more when you go up into Seattle. Then the shower chances could linger during the day Thursday. So let me just play this through Thursday. This still shows we have less than a tenth of an inch, which I think is accurate. And again, no more than a quarter of an inch of rain at the coast. So that's that next chance of rain setting up Wednesday late day or evening into Thursday. Weak system doesn't look like much. The next chance of rain after that comes in Saturday, but that chance of rain doesn't look like much either. So Hazeldale Tire Pros, thank you for sponsoring my 7-day forecast. And let me show you what I've got. Well, we've made it to 54 this afternoon. Tomorrow we're all dry. Now, tomorrow, I don't know how much sun we're going to get. There's a lot of low level moisture out there. So I think we wake up with clouds, probably in the 40s with some fog and maybe some mist. And that's one of those days where you think we're going to clear out, and maybe we will finally see partial clearing, but it could take a good chunk of the day. So expect a good part of tomorrow to be cloudy. Still mild, starting off 45, getting to 53. The normal temps for this time of the year are 47 and 37. And yet tomorrow we're going to be 53 and 45, well above normal. Tuesday, we start getting a bit of an east wind. That should give us mostly sunny skies. I don't think it's a windy day. I think even out near the gorge, east winds maybe to 25. If you don't have any wind Tuesday morning, maybe we'll see some freezing spots in the valley. I have Portland dropping down to 36. We warm up to 50. Wednesday, we showed you the clouds increasing, mild weather, 52. Showers developing in the area Wednesday evening or Wednesday overnight, mainly into Thursday morning for Portland. The afternoon right now has a good chance of being dry. But look at the temps, 43 in the morning, 53 in the afternoon. Then after that, Friday's dry. And then there is an upper level low that's sitting off the coast of California that looks like it will be throwing some moisture from south to north up into Oregon and up into our area this upcoming weekend. I have rain showers on Saturday. Right now, current timing, there's 50 on Saturday, 42 in the morning. Right now, that rain chance ends Saturday night, and Sunday would be a dry day and still pretty mild. So what I hope you got out of this is we have a much drier week upcoming. I'm not sure how much sun we get tomorrow. And what is a very, very mild weather pattern is showing up on the weather maps all the way into the first part of next year. Doesn't mean every single day is going to be warm, but it means overall most of them will be warmer than climate normal. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I'll talk to you soon.